I just realised that my mic was muted this whole time. I'm very sorry, everybody. Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to MRC in 2023 with me and Connor Hardy. Hello, Connor. I've just been talking for about 2 minutes with the mic on mute. Oh no! Oh, I've been talking for about 2 minutes. I've had all sorts going on.
I know. I was waiting for you. I was like, I bet he said my name already, and I'm just sat here.
3 times. Yeah, I was wondering why you didn't reply. Anyway, welcome back. Merry New Year, and I hope everyone had a happy Christmas. No, that's not the wrong way around. I won't be told otherwise. We're here in China, which, depending on what you think of this track, is either brilliant or shocking. It's a very Marmite track. Connor, my friend, it's lovely to be back with you. It's been a while. What's your thoughts on China?
It reminds me of a bowl of Chinese cereal.
Oh yeah?
It's like going over a load of rocks and just bumpy bump everywhere you go.
It is quite bumpy.
Sorry, food references.
Yeah, oh well. Anyway, we're on board with Alex as he comes into the Singapore noodle first corner. It's a very long, flowing section, which gets tighter as it goes, which is an interesting one. And we're into the Egg Foo Young second corner. Again, it's quite a complex, tight one, which loosens as it goes, which is very easy to get a twitchy exit. Turn 3, like a chicken ball, nice and simple. And then into turn 4, very, very nice little right-hander. I liken that to some lemon chicken. Now turns 5 and 6, an S. This is a bit like a pork chow mein. It just flows one way and then the other, but plenty going on in the middle of it. The 4, 7 and 8, the double left-hander. Now, this is just like an egg fried rice, plain and simple, but a very important part of this lap. Next up, turn 9 or 10, I've lost count. This left-hander sets you up for the long right, which, without any doubt, is probably one of the most iconic corners of this track, with the anting banking on the outside. We'll call this crispy chili beef. And on to the ramen straight, heading down on what is a hell of a long straight with the DRS zone. Alex getting his flappy flap open. He heads down to a heavy brake zone from just over 200 miles an hour. This hairpin is so easy to get it wrong, as I found out nearly a year ago when I lost it here and blew the chance of the podium. Final corner, the easiest chance to invalidate your lap if you go wide or cut it. Alex somehow kept it on track despite missing the brake zone and crosses the line. First lap, 34.2 for the Aston Martin. And Hosman, 33.9 already! Settle down, Sander. We know you've got pace.
You got the chopsticks out nice and quickly.
He has got his chopsticks on.
He's opened them and... Oh, no, I better not go there.
Yeah. Who's on the curry sauce tonight? Mark Hodgson with the purple first sector. He's had some curry sauce.
He has curry sauce.
38's gone a bit wide. Maybe he's had too much of the sweet and sour pork because he's gone wide at turn 1.
I think we're about to make everyone in this league go beat after this chat.
Well, here's the thing. A Chinese takeaway is one of the most enjoyable things in the whole world.
Maybe the most enjoyable thing.
Some would say it's top tier.
It is.
And tier 2 is top tier as well. Until
not as top tier as you though.
Until oh, darling, you're too sweet.
You're P3 in a championship.
No, I'm joint P4. Joint P4.
Well,
I wish I was P3. Oh, I wish I was P3. Anywho, Gibbon.
Kaiser Soze. Whoa, P3.
Kaiser Soze, P3. Gibbon's just starting his lap. Do you want to talk us through a lap in a non-food sense? Because
wait, hold on. Who am I going on with? Sorry.
Gibbon, the Ferrari.
Gibbon, my Ferrari friend. He comes into, I think that's turn 2.
It is.
It's very hard there, very hard on the exit to get the power down early, but he's done really well. I know he's running no traction meters, but now you're headed down to turn 4. You break around about the 100-meter board, swing it in, keep it tight, but then let it go wide on exit. Now the next one you drop to usually about 7th gear, and you just throw the car in, get on the power, still reasonably early, you lift off a tiny little bit now into the right-hander. It's quite long, but you again just throw it in. He's taking a really, really wide line now, which isn't going to help him. It's going to compromise him for the rest of the middle section. He's got wide and off track, but now he heads down to the end of the second sector, and you break at 100 meters for this next corner. Is very hard, it's tight, he's gone very wide again. He's really struggling, I think, a little bit with the braking zone, but he now swings in, and now we come down the longest straight, it feels like the longest straight ever. So basically, just listen to engine sound for a minute because you'll probably be asleep by the time you get to the end of this. And then you get about 100 meters, you can get away with maybe 110 if you're really not feeling confident. But he just about misses the apex, but he should be able to keep it going and go well into the final corner. You brake just after the 50-meter board. Swing that car in, touch the curb a little bit, but don't run too wide because you will invalidate, and that is a lap of China.
Fantastic.
38-0.
That's a lap of China without mentioning food, which I couldn't manage.
I knew you had them notes prepared. I didn't want to take it away from you.
Oh, I didn't prepare. That was all just abbreviations and improvisation. I smash a Chinese meal right now. I'm a big fan of a Chinese.
Meal, so don't worry about that.
Kelvin's had a couple of invalidated laps. We know he's got some pace. We saw it in practice yesterday. He was giving a few of the Tier 1 boys something to think about. He's one driver who does like this track. I know quite a few don't like this track. Baby Hornet, who's in the garage. I like this track. Sorry, I like this track.
I liked it. I didn't like it until about 7 o'clock yesterday.
Is that because you did fairly well in practice by any chance?
I didn't set a lap in practice. I got DSQ'd right at the start of the session.
I'm smelling fumes come out of your exhaust.
Oh, you must be near some F1 cars then. I wonder why that could be. But why is Thomas Hornet on mediums? That's my... Oh, he's just switched to softs.
Let's just get the tyres up. Hold on. Yep, so tyres... So Bergen's on the intermediates, but that's because he's not going to set a lap. Maundy says, the circuit's terrible. Right, Monster, listen here, sunshine. The circuit's not terrible. The bumps are terrible. Ooh, Calvin, very wide on the Anting banking.
Yeah, Calvin's not had the cleanest start, has he? He seems to be getting a bit of bad luck or something, but that car doesn't look in the most stable condition at the minute, does it, to be honest?
He's ran out of ERS. I think he's had a few invalidated laps. He's just trying to get himself that early banker. But here he comes into the final corner. He attacks the apex. That corner with the camera on the inside of the apex, that is terrifying. He goes third. Right, so bear in mind he's had no ERS for a lot of that lap. He's still on third. And that's a couple of laps old tyres too. So
that's also only about a tenth off what he did in practice yesterday.
Yeah, we know Calvin has speed and power in abundance.
Mark as well popped it into P2 with a 34.0, so that's
Hodgie, what's Hodgie doing up there? I'm only joking, Hodgie's a very quick guy.
Simba's gone P7.
Simba, don't you mean Shiwang?
Shiwang, yes, and then Hanchi Lambo's in P11 as well.
Big man Hanchi Lambo. Hanchi Lambo! Get on the track! That's the wrong accent. That's it.
That was...
Hanchi Lambo! Get on the track!
Yeah.
I'm going to stop before I get in trouble. Anywho, Bitticus. The man, the myth, the legend that is Bitticus. Now, I'd like to give a little personal shout out to Carl, aka McBitties, the notorious BIT, because Carl is going to be racing for the first time ever in Tier 1 racer.
My goat.
Tier 1 Carl Edens. Words.
Carl for the win.
Words that I am absolutely thrilled to see. A certain three-time champion Jay Sarge was willing him some good luck and some best wishes earlier in Discord, which shows just how lovely our community is, that everyone's so tight and supportive, which is fantastic. And Carl is looking forward to it. He has been learning no traction, of course, for those who are not aware. The top tier is a no traction league. Sorry, no traction tier. You are allowed medium traction in tier 2. So Carl has spent a lot of time practicing and learning, which very proud of him for doing, because it's a big step. And he said he's been enjoying it, you know. So really happy for him. But what's not good is he's not yet got a time on the board. We've got 8 minutes for the session to go. Woomax 33.2. He's just raised the bar. He's just raised the bar.
Well, now I've just had my confidence demoralised after yesterday. Brilliant. Well, cheers, Woomax. Bergen's also got a quali ban in this session.
No, it's tier 1. Tier 1.
Can't qualify, can he?
He can't qualify on SOS in this session, but yeah.
Mandy's here as well. Happy New Year.
Hello, Mandy. Happy New Year. Blessings to you and the family. But not Simba. Not teammate blessings to Simba. Shiwang is a lion. He doesn't get New Year blessings.
Baby Hornet's just gone nice.
We need to stop having animals racing for us, because
Yeah.
We got
it's
Calvin
just-
and his budgie.
Yeah.
Calvin Collins Owl. We've got
Lion King.
the Lion King / Simba. We've got
A Hornet.
we've
Two
got
Hornets.
Baby Hornet and Dumbest Hornet. We've got the Gecko,
Yeah.
which is a gecko.
Ryan counts as a dog. doesn't he?
Ryan's an animal. And of course,
A dog
don't forget the
counts as
Monster. As bit goes P9. We've also got the
And then we
Monster.
have Then we have a Floppy Loppy as well.
Yeah, we need to have less animals. If you're a human being and want to race with us, please let us know. We could do with some humans.
We've even got a number. We've got a 38 racing for us.
Right.
So
I know that people don't want to have the normal two genders, but you can't just identify as a number. That's not how this works.
well,
We're
You
on
can
board with
identify
Hanchy
as a-
Lambo.
oh, it is half red car Rambo. Gav's not here to correct us on all our names, is he?
Well, we did ask Gav if he could give us, because Gav nicknames nearly the whole of Discord with Chinese nicknames. And we did ask him if he could let us know what the extensive list was. He unfortunately was too busy with work and watching Celtic and Rangers be a load of teams from the Farmers League. So he's not here. Which is why you have our lovely selves.
Yeah.
And Melvin's
Some
meant to be
say-
here, but
Yeah,
Melvin
of course,
Verstappen is busy being an animal as well.
He's trying to find his personal Kenny PK, isn't he?
Well, hopefully he doesn't steal it from another commentator. There's always a Mercedes right at the hairpin, but that doesn't
Yeah,
stop
there is.
Hanchy Lambo. Hanchy the red car Lambo. That's terrible. And he goes fifth. Now,
Whoa!
do you know something funny? Right, Ryan, I was talking with Ryan earlier, and Ryan's a very funny chap. If you aren't aware, he's quite a lad. He's very chatty.
I think I've spoken to him once or twice, yeah.
Yeah, you could say that. So, Ryan was doing some practice as you do on time trial, and being a Haas driver, he picked the Haas, not realising he selected realistic car performance, and was wondering why he was so far off the pace of his rivals in the same tier. He realised this about an hour before this session.
And he's gone, right, now I'm on the pace. Okay, nice.
But that said, I said to him, actually, that might have done you a favour, because now you'd be even faster than you expected. It's going to feel nicer than you expected. So he's P6, Calvin's on another lap, and he's just over a tenth up in that first sector. That Red Bull clearly looking a bit more controlled than before.
Yeah, he's looking a lot more comfortable now. I've been watching him a little bit. That car definitely looks a lot more like it's doing what he tells it to do. So that's good for him. Call me the Braves now bailed. He's in the pits. Dumbest Hornet's got P9 as well.
Good lap from the older of the two Hornets. Of course, we have two. We also have a
There's the
Mindful
bearer of
Wasp.
The two Hornets.
We also have a Mindful Wasp, but he's in the third tier. As Calvin, Purple Middle Sector, 3/10 up. Here we go.
He
Quote
could be threatening
Fabrizio
Blue
Romano.
Max.
Wait, if I start saying here we go, does that make the MRC's Fabrizio Romano?
It depends what transfer rumours you're going to give out. You've got to know my team for next season. And now
Well, I can give you some rumours that the Williams team might be on for a divorce at the end of the season.
I swear you've said that at the halfway through every season. I'm pretty certain you have said that.
Well,
Some say that Connor might be driving for Williams next season.
Calvin, 33,242. Also, 1,000
separated
between
by-
him and
yeah.
Wow Max and Wowvin. 1,000
Well-
between them.
I don't know if you watched MRC Tier 2 at a certain street circuit that no one
Monaco?
likes.
Monaco?
Yes, and we
Yes.
had a repeat of this very battle, and I can guarantee you it was this close as well. So these two
Oh, I
are
remember.
fairly familiar when it comes to each other. So yeah, I think we're in for a good one, that's for sure.
I hope so. Now then, not many people on laps, but Alex Ajeric, the Aston Haston, is on a lap. He's a 10th down on the first sector, so needs to find something in the rest of the lap. But the first sector is quite a short one. The middle sector is the one where you can really find the time. That's where he is now. Oh, he's lost it in the middle sector.
yeah.
No! He's lost it in the Singapore noodle. No, the pork chow noodle. The pork
Yeah.
chow mein.
He went a bit noodly there, didn't he? Oh god, Ollie.
Has he chicken ballsed it up?
You could say that.
I'll tell you what, some people are going to hate us.
Oh, no,
Including
I think they already
myself.
do,
Yes.
I think they already do, but it's all worth it.
Kaiser Soze, by the way, he's up on his time.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he was. He didn't improve in the end. He was 700 down in the end. Simba's on a lap. He was a 10th up in the first sector.
Your friendly neighbourhood Shiwang is on it.
Your friendly neighbourhood Shibang.
He's actually up. He's about 2 tenths up, so this could be a good little lap. This could put him top 10 quite easy here.
Indeed. Here we go. Simba's flying through. Just looking at the YouTube chat quickly. Manusha's barber is definitely Timon. Do you mean like Timon and Pumbaa? Because size is similar. Bart Van Schinden says, why is Geke not qualifying? Good question. Geke, why is he not qualifying?
He's doing a last to first challenge, he told me.
What, in a tier higher than his own? He's got some chicken balls.
You know how good he is.
He's definitely thinking of snorting some curry sauce later. Shiwang, round the final corner!
Oh, sick. 5th, wow. That's a big improvement.
Great lap.
That's nearly 7 to 8 tenths.
Indeed.
Wow.
Speaking of Simba, his marvellous partner Mandy has put here, the Chinese have clearly embraced Star Trek. Are you saying they're tracking where no man has gone before? That was terrible. Morley's called me Marcelo Bielsa. I will be Marcelo Bielsa. Happily. I love that man. Hoseman. We've not looked at Hoseman much today. Oh, Bergen's... Oh, that'll be deliberate. The Bergen's got to qualify from the session.
Blocking the pit lane. Wow.
He's making sure he starts last because obviously he's a tier 1 driver, so he wants to start last. Hoseman, meanwhile, is on a lap. What can Sander do? Sander's a quarter of a second up in the middle sector.
Now, this could be also in the contention for pole as well, because we saw how much people are gaining in the last sector in particular. I think Simba gained nearly 6 tenths just in the last sector, so...
This is a weird camera angle. Are we going to see the flap open? Oh, there it is. Flappy flap flap. Oh, I love that flap, I do.
I was going to say, we love it. You love it when that flap opens.
Oh, and there it's closed again. Oh. Now then, so Lorpy in P3, Wumax P2 and Calvin P1 have all completed their times, as have Alex Ajeric, Abbott 38 and the Genie. Now, Hodgie goes 3rd. Where can Hoseman go? Hoseman goes 4th. So the top 5 have all completed their laps. Simba on a lap. Doesn't look like he's going to improve on this one. And he doesn't. Where is Red Car Rambo? Hanshi Lambo Rambo coming down the long straight. He's up as he comes through the middle sector. Where's he going to put this? Is he going to threaten the top 5 as well?
It wouldn't surprise me. He's shown some good pace so far.
Indeed.
He's half a second up. He could do this, you know, Ryan.
P7.
Oh,
good lap.
P7.
Look how tight it is in this top section.
Dumbest Hornet.
P5.
Wow,
And that leaves Giban is the only man. Giban is the only man on a lap, and he's tiptoeing over the line. So, did that fly by? Or did that fly by? I mean, we missed the first few minutes with me on mute, but we'll ignore that.
Yeah, no one had set a lap, it's fine.
Indeed. So, Calvin, Collins Owl, Calvin, Mihao, he takes pole with Wumax, oh so close in P2. Incredible. Mark, the Hodge, takes P3 with Hoseman P4. Dumbest Hornet P5, Brave 6th, Law P7th, Hanshi Red Car Lambo P8, Shiwang 9th, and Alex Ajeric 10th. Followed by Baby Hornet Stube, Bit, Kaiser Soze, Monster 38, Genie, Giban, Geke, and some guy called Bergen. Not sure if you heard of him. We'll start last. Right. Monsters in the chat saying he can't qualify. Well, it looks like he can qualify, just not quite as well as you intended. But there's a whole race to come, Monster lad. There is a whole race to come, my friend. Yep, apparently Geke is going for last to first challenge. So
I believe he's my prediction for the win. I believe Geke's going to do it.
Monster, we're not being funny. We're just trying to be positive. There's a long race to go here, my friend. It looks a bit overcast here. It does like to rain in China. It's a very good chance of it. And that cloud in the sky looks very menacing, shall we say?
Dance?
Yeah, I mean, let's just get the predictions out quickly. I'm going to go with Hanshi Lambo.
I'm going with Dumbest Hornet.
You're going Dumbest Hornet. Okay. So Redcar Rambo and Dumbest Hornet are our predictions that we're hopefully not going to curse.
They're crashing into each other into turn 1 now, aren't they?
Yes, almost certainly.
We'll take the license points if that happens.
Yeah, we'll take that. It's not a call out, but it's match fixing. That said, this track here with the rain and with how tight that whole first sector is and how bumpy it is, anything can happen. And this tier, I think this is the closest tier in the whole of MRC in terms of anyone in this tier could win a race. Genuinely believe anyone in this tier can win this race.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think the one I like watch and actually fully enjoy because it's constantly edge of your seat is tier 2 every week, and I think you'll agree with that.
1000%, yeah. So obviously the soft, medium, hards are the 3 compounds available, and no one has taken the softs. Quite a fair spread of mediums to hards. They're all on the screen. But interestingly, the front 2, Calvin and Womax, having been so close in qualifying, are matching each other again. Both going for the mediums.
Mark's gone for his preferred hard tyre strategy. He seems to nearly always do that. So
he does.
Yeah. Call Me the Brave's gone the same way. Simba's also gone the same way, which is also interesting. So it'd be interesting to see how it plays out. Obviously, like we always say, safety cars can really play a part on which tyre is going to be the best to start on. So
indeed,
but
and of
it's
course,
really a track that should be high on them, though. To be honest.
You say that. There are walls in certain places which you can hit.
There are, but it's a lot less likely than other tracks, though.
Yes, if you're hitting them, you've done something very wrong.
Yeah, unless of course there is a collision, then there's every chance, but we don't see them in MRC.
No, the C in MRC is not for crash.
No, it's for Connor.
Massive racing crash.
Oh no.
Me race Connor?
No, it's just I'll make one up by the end of the stream. why the C is Connor.
The AWS graphic popped up there. The one stop is the fastest strategy as per usual, as it seems with 50% races. Medium, hard, medium is the preferred option, although you can go soft, double medium if you've got the right tyres available, or soft hard. You can do those as alternatives. They are slightly slower, but as you mentioned there, Connor, a safety car very quickly changes that. Womax taking a mental game here and getting himself on the grid before Calvin. Just trying to play a few mind games, I'm sure.
Thing is, things like that can actually get in people's head, though. I'm not saying it will get in Calvin's, but things like that can a little bit. Do you know what I mean? It can affect the preparation a little bit, spice things up.
Let's get rid of the telemetry for a minute and just get you a nice big screen with some race cars on it. Bergen at the back trying to get his car nice and diagonal. He's trying to be Chris Bailey, really. And he's got it. Look how diagonal Bergen's car is at the back. You can't see it, but anyway, the lights are lit. And we are racing for the first time in 2023. And we have no sound. Here we go. Calvin takes the lead. Mark trying to go around the outside of Womax. We have, looks like it's so far so clean through turn 1. Wow, are we feeling okay, everyone? There's 38 on the inside. Oh, Simba. We have a clean start.
Dumbest Hornet has just made one of the best moves I've ever seen into turn 1 around the outside of Hoseman. It was absolutely incredible.
No! Geke Matthews and Gibbon have gone round at the back.
Yeah, they've done a Connor at the start of practice yesterday.
It was so clean up until that moment. But considering that's the only moment on the exit turn 2, that's relatively good. China's hard to keep clean out, of course. But Dumbest Hornet, as you mentioned, P4.
Yeah, he made an insane start, and then it was his move around the outside of turn 1 on Hoseman. I know it obviously comes into the inside for turn 2, but still, to keep your car around the outside there and not make contact is incredible.
Indeed, Alex Jarrett making an attempt at moves on Call Me the Brave and Lorpy there. Didn't quite get the run as he's now dropped back from Lorpy. But if we look to the front, on board with Womax, he and Calvin have pulled away from the Hodge. Calvin looks to have the better straight line speed, but is using some ERS to stay ahead. Womax with the slipstream, of course, staying right under the rear wing of that Red Bull. Hodgie, meanwhile, under the attack from very, very quick at this stage down the corner.
He has. He's made a great start down the corner. He's looking very fighty. So let's see what he can do. But also, if you look behind, Hoseman's under a lot of pressure from Lorpy too.
Indeed, Lorpy, we know Lorpy's quick. We know Hoseman's quick. There's two Dutch lads who know Cal's turn the pace on. Both very quick drivers. And also, you can see here, Hoseman and Lorpy and Horner all taking different lines through turn 1. Hoseman's round!
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, Sander! No! Oh, so Lorpy's up to
He
P5.
just lost it a little bit, didn't he? That was
Yeah.
it. Just
Got a bit too early on the throttle and the car is round. It's so easy done on the bumps here.
yeah,
So that promotes everyone one position.
definitely does. But there's still a long way to go. Don't rule Hoseman out. We've seen his pace over this season, so he can definitely come back.
So Calvin now just stretching the lead out. He nearly had it for a second there, but Calvin just 8 tenths ahead of Remax now. Just behind them is Hodge. He's just a DRS gap away from the front 2. DRS will come alive next lap, but will Hornet get a move done? Those nice and medium tyres look to be really doing the job at this early stage.
He's also used a lot less battery than Mark has.
Crucial that.
So he's obviously, but it just seems to me that Hornet seems to have slightly better traction out of the corners than Mark, or he seems to be taking very different experimental lines which are working for him. So
He'll wait for the DRS, I'm sure, because he's not losing track to the 2 front runners. He's still very much within sight of them both.
yep, he definitely is.
Lorpy's not far behind either, so he's got to watch out.
Yeah, Lorpy can't make a move on Hornet though, really, until Hornet's got Mark, and he needs to then hope that. Oh, there's so many
Hornet's
contact between the
so
two of them.
close. That was ridiculously close. And that's the thing about this first corner. There's so many different lines. You've got to react to the car ahead, of course, but it's hard to react when there's so many different ways you can take the corner.
I'm also wondering if Mark's tyres just have not switched on yet. He seems to be struggling in just about every corner at the minute. I think those tyres are not switching on.
Hoseman's just got past Baby Hornet. Speaking of Dumbest Hornet, his brother's been overtaken by Hoseman. Hoseman clearly on the charge to come back through the field. He wants to get back into that fight. We've got Simba and Stube in P10 and P9 as well. Let's give them a little bit of attention. Of course, 2 very competitive drivers in this tier who definitely know what they're doing.
Another one to watch is Mr. Hanchi Lambo. He's just about to make a move on Mr. Call Me the Brave.
He is, and we've just seen Alex has just got past Dumbest Hornet. So has Dumbest Hornet had a moment?
Yeah, he's had a moment. He must have done. He's lost to Lorpy and Alex, so something's happened.
That gives Mark a bit of time to breathe.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Here we go though. Hanchi Ryan, the red car, Lambo, all over the back of Call Me the Chicken Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, this time Chicken Ball has DRS, so just stays ahead. Ryan will have to hang on tight for another lap, unless he make a move into turn 1, which would be incredibly ambitious.
It's so hard to get a move into turn 1, isn't it? Because it's just not a big enough braking zone. But here comes Dumbest Hornet. He's making a move on Alex Edgerick.
He is Alex taking the very wide line there, and Hornet just drives past him as if he's not there. He just went too wide from Alex there. Well,
but the thing
Alex is on the hard tyre though.
There's also benefits of taking the outside line though, because obviously it then turns to the inside for turn 2 or turn 3, whatever you want to call it.
Indeed. But Ryan on the outside of Brave. Yeah. Is he going to be Brave? The exit here, you want to be on the left hand side. As Call Me the Brave gets very twitchy in the exit. Now Ryan will have the inside for the S's into the pork chow mein S's. And Brave's hung it around the outside brilliantly. Can Ryan hang it out here? He does! And now he'll have the inside of the double left-hander and of the egg fried rice double left-hander. And yeah, Ryan's through. That said, Brave will have DRS on the next straight. Great move from Ryan.
I think you've got to give credit to both there though. Like, that is very, very good driving from Call Me the Brave as well, not to collide with Ryan.
Indeed, and now Stubalicious. He's a par carry source if I ever saw one. He's all over the back of Call Me the Chicken Ball. Oh, I'm enjoying this far too much. It's like I've got an actual Chinese in front of me. Oh.
That was something I've never heard in my life, and I don't know if I ever want to hear it again either. But it was funny.
Ryan's pulled away, despite being in DRS range for the cars behind. He's pulled away on that straight there.
He is. I think, like I said, I think these hard tyre runners are really, really struggling, because look at how close Lorpy is as well on the back of Mark.
Yeah, I'm just on board with him now.
Catching these two as well again, so...
Ooh, Lorpy having to think twice about his line there. Hodgie just taking it a bit cautious.
But then
That
we say
said,
maybe Mark's struggling. He's still
not
kept in
falling
touch with the two in front.
He is. Let's just get the gap to the
So-
leader rather than the interval up. So, Hodgie's only, not even 2 seconds off the lead. Bear in mind that there's 2 cars ahead of him, not 1. And he's less than 2, well, now he is 2 seconds behind. So,
Yeah.
he's very much in the picture here. And obviously, you know, his tyres will come good. Lorpy really needs to get the move done. Lorpy needs to get past Hodge if he wants to attack. I get the impression that Calvin and Womax are pushing each other so hard right now that a bit of pressure from a certain Lorpy might just get this a little bit less comfortable for them both.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. It's definitely shaping up to be an interesting race. The fact that Mark's kept on to the back of these two as well makes it a lot more interesting as well. But
Lorpy's going to get in this time though. Here we go.
Yeah.
Easy move. He was already going past before the DRS zone, to be honest. Now it's just a case of getting himself nice and neat for the brake zone, not braking too late. And he's all good. Hodgie just needs to stick with and let Lorpy drag him towards the leaders and away from the Hornet. Would you go for a move into turn 1 if you were Hodge, or would you just settle for position for the time being?
I think right now it's not worth Hodge taking any unnecessary risks. He's in it for the long game. He's going to be able to go longer than these guys. His tyres will come to him eventually. So I think just sort of sit there, maybe try and keep in the DRS of Lorpy, but I don't think he needs to do anything too over ambitious.
Yeah. Red car Rambo, fastest lap of the race. P7 currently, he's just closing up to Alex's Eric as well. The medium tyres are really doing wonders right now.
I'll tell you something though, it is great to see Ryan with his mojo back.
Yeah, as much as I was really happy to see him in Tier 1, as Hoseman's gone round, Hoseman lost it at turn 2.
Easy, sadly.
No, as much as it's great to see Ryan in Tier 1 and, you know, he's capable of Tier 1.
Oh, he definitely is, yeah, but
he wasn't happy, he wasn't confident, he wasn't comfortable, and as you say, he lost his mojo a little bit. He seems to have got himself back in the swing of things, and Gunners Hornet and Alex ahead of him, they look vulnerable. Ryan looks ready to pounce.
I think, yeah, definitely, like, Ryan definitely looks the quicker of the three of them. Calvin's gone round!
Calvin's gone, there he is on the right hand side of the banking, the anti-banking. Oh, that is controversial. And here we go. Alex and Ryan both have DRS, but Ryan has pulled out of the slipstream. Can he make a move up the inside of the hairpin? Ryan breaks fairly early, and he's played it safe, thinking that Alex might have gone deep. Both kept it nice and neat.
Switch from Hornet ahead, though. I thought he was going then.
That DRS from Hornet saved Alex. And Ryan's had a moment.
Oh, he has a little bit, hasn't he? Yeah.
A moment in the final corner, but he'll recover that, I'm sure. He's got plenty of time. He should be able to catch up again. The pace he had was fantastic. Now, Lorpy has caught up to Remax. That's interesting.
Yeah, he definitely has. Lorpy is probably the man to watch at the minute. But then at the same time, Hodgie still kept with them. But that gap is coming down as well between Hornet and Mark. So,
yes.
Be interesting to see if Hornet and Alex can work their way back up with Ryan joining the pack as well. Soon it could be in like a 6 to 7 car battle for that lead.
The 38 has passed Bergen and the Bitch has passed Baby Hornet. So, big moving from the pair of those. Interesting so far, we've not seen any pit stops or any penalties, and we're on the 7th lap. Now I hope that's not first, or that. So hopefully that stays away.
I want a safety car. Sorry guys, I have to bring the Connor curse with me to
Yeah, you and your Connor curse, we're not friends.
You know it's a real thing, right? It genuinely is.
Yes, I do, because it hurts me.
Like, have you watched Tier 4 when I killed the entire lobby?
Yes!
And then
do you not remember every time you curse me? I can't stand it.
Oh yeah, that's true. But I am sorry to some extent.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not at all. But look at how quick Ryan's caught up to Alex.
He's catching quick, although behind them, Corwin the Brave and Calvin. Calvin, of course, will be angry and then wanting to fight back quickly. Corwin the Brave getting wide in that final corner. And Calvin's got the run on him. Here we go. Calvin using all of his DRS, and he's got the DRS open up the inside into turn 1.
Great
Awful
move.
camera angles, but a great move from Calvin. He had to get the job done if he wants to chase after Red Car Rambo and Alex Ajeric. Here we go.
That was a very committed but fairly straightforward move in the end from Calvin.
Committed but clean.
Yeah, Simba's also starting to catch Call Me the Brave a little bit here, so Simba's one to watch as well, but I still wouldn't like to say anyone out of that top 9, any of them could still win this race, and that's not even a joke.
No, that's true. Well, I'm currently looking at Carl right now. Carl behind him's got Baby Hornet and Bergen almost all over each other. Close behind them, 38, Gene Genie, Kaiser Soze, Monster, and then just behind them, Scoob, who's also had a moment only a couple of laps ago that he must have missed because he was fighting the Simba earlier, and he's now way down the order. So we've got a huge fight between a whole group of cars. We could call that a mixed hors d'oeuvres of cars.
Yeah, we've definitely got a real battle here. Like, this is so... Well, I've just realised Ryan's passed Alex.
He has. Actually, I've just thought of some more corner names. The long right hander coming on the banking, the anting banking. That could be Crispy Aromatic Duck. The hairpin that Bergen's about to come up to can be Crispy Seaweed. And then, to finish off a lap, what else you finish off a Chinese with? Prawn crackers!
Yeah, I was going to say
prawn cracker final corner.
I was going to say it's got to be something prawn related.
The start finish straight through the prawn toast straight. Bergen coming along, prawn toast into Singapore chow mein.
He's past Baby Hornet.
There's 38 ready to pounce as well. 38, of course, one of our tier 4 drivers having a bash in tier 2 and looks like he's having fun.
It's good to see these guys though really testing themselves in the higher tiers, isn't it? Like you said with Carl earlier, like credit to 38, credit to Geke, credit to Giban, all drivers and Kaiser Soda as well. All trying to try their luck in the higher tiers. So credit. Isn't Giban in tier 1 last week as well?
He was the last 2 weeks, I think, and he's in again tonight.
Yeah.
Hello, Giban. Let's give you a quick bit of airtime. Giban, Shimmer. Vamos, Giban. Right, back to the front. And we have Wumax, and Wumax going very defensive early on. Lorpy, let's see if Lorpy can catch him. Both out of VRS.
They are. Mark's just got a good view of this. Like I said, he's on the hard tyres. Mark's not going to be doing anything silly right now. He's on those hard tyres. He's got good longevity in them. And he's keeping with them, most importantly. But Hornet's still there as well. And he needs to be a bit wary of Hornet behind him, I think, because he's starting to catch.
Yeah, Lorpy's gone very wide at the final corner, and that allows Horpy to get back, so Hodgie to get back into the mix. Although, I feel like Hodgie's more hanging on for dear life at the moment. The hard tyre just doesn't seem to have the pace.
It doesn't seem to be the one, does it?
I'm questioning if the two-stop actually could be faster.
I think Hoseman's had another moment. Yeah, it is Hoseman. He went at the, I can't remember what you called the hairpin, but he had another moment.
Oh, the big hairpin at the end of the long straight?
Yeah.
Crispy Seaweed.
That was it.
Crispy Seaweed hairpin.
He's just got a Crispy Seaweed. We've literally reinvented a new track with food.
Well,
that's what we've done.
To be honest with you, I think it's an improvement. Anyone who's getting hungry... Yes.
Doesn't it look like a person trying to do long jump?
I don't know what kind of person you're looking at. But,
no, the arm has got a head at the top. It's got. No, I'm not going to say that. Yeah, we'll avoid that.
Oh dear.
It also looks pregnant as well, if you like.
Connor, did you ever do biology in school?
I don't think we need to worry about that. I think the fact is, I'm right, and we just go with it, okay?
Anyway,
you can agree to this, you know you can.
In other news, water is wet. Ryan up to P4 now.
Douglas Hornet's had a moment.
Yeah, Douglas Hornet has had a moment. So Ryan's up to P4. I'm standing by my prediction for Ryan to win this race. He's now only 7 seconds off the race leader. And we know how hard that front three are fighting. We have a yellow flag.
I think it's Hoseman. No,
it's not. He's 38. He's got it, Crispy Seaweed. but he's got it back on track and he attacks Prawn Cracker onto the Prawn Toast, right?
Can I just say something? Stu has just overtaken Genie into the final corner.
That's ballsy, because Genie's now coming back at him into Singapore Chow Mein.
Yeah, this is... Why is it Singapore?
Because Singapore Chow Mein is a dish you get at the Chinese. It's the spicy one.
Okay, I thought you was on
spicy
about...
one.
This, like, we changed track to Singapore all of a sudden.
Well, if someone does dive bomb somewhere, then we could say they're off to Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand. You know, they're all countries near China. Yeah. We can reference that in if you like. Cambodia. They're off to Cambodia.
Off to Bangkok.
They're off to what? Who? What?
They're off to Bangkok, the capital of Thailand.
They're off to Bangkok sausage.
That's Gav. Shush. He's the one that talks about sausage chat all the time.
Oh boy, Lorpy's just caught Lorpy making a move for the lead on Womax.
Yeah. Mark's there as well.
As they come through Crispy Seaweed, it all looks nice and clean. Lorpy attacking into Prawn Toast. And Womax pits.
Ryan's had a moment.
No! Hanshi Lambo!
Yeah, he's dropped to 6th, I've noticed that.
He's lost 2 positions. Oh, Ryan.
But he's the main thing is he's still managed to keep going, so he's doing well. Simba's now past Womax as well. Womax is going to come out around about Baby Hornet, isn't he? So
yeah, Womax now on the hard tyre having pitted. He's the first person in the whole race to have pitted. He's come out in P14, and that fight ahead of him, Baby Hornet, Monster, Kaiser Soze, that's not one that he'll want to be involved in. In fact, that's...
He won't, and bearing in mind one of them's his teammate as well, so...
Yeah, I mean, Soze's got every right to fight Baby Hornet, and has just driven past her on the exit of turn 2, and heading towards 3 and 4. And of course, Morningstar ahead, we know how fast and dangerous Morningstar can be when he gets himself in the headspace to attack. We know how good he can be. So that's not where Womax would have wanted to come out. Ilian would have wanted to have a bit more space to get the throttle down and attack. Hodgie and Lorpy up front. By the way, Hodgie's passed Lorpy as well.
Yeah, he's taking the lead.
So those two up front, wow.
Is actually, I think Mark's tyres are finally starting to come alive, because if you also look, Alex is really starting to close in now, so I think the medium tyres are starting to go off.
Yeah, this is where the mediums start to go. 12 laps maximum for the mediums. 11-12 is a good number. The hards will do well after that. He has. So Hodgie continues, Alex continues, Calvin and Ryan also continue, as does Call Me the Brave and Simba. Dumbest Hornet does pit, however.
Yeah. So
now then, Bit also continues, and he's chased down by his good friend Bergen.
So I think it sort of confirms what we said, the tyres are going off. Baby Hornet's pit as well, that's not going to help him, because he's going to stack behind his brother now, so...
He is.
Oh, that's going to cost him a little bit of time.
I'll be honest, I thought these tyres were going to last a bit longer than 11 laps and 12 laps in the case of some. I was planning on 13 laps, to be honest.
I think the tyres here aren't as great as other tracks. Like, I've seen better, that's for sure, but we've got the first few time penalties coming in there. Stu's got one and so's Monster, so...
And 38 as well.
Yeah.
So,
his was pit lane though, that's the issue for 38.
Was it? Oh, either way.
Yeah.
We've got some penalties to look at. We're nearly halfway into this race, and we've not had significant atrocities to cause a safety car.
That's what we like to hear, though, isn't it?
It is, well, that's not what you said earlier. You said earlier, no, and I quote, I want a safety car.
I mean, as far as busyness after the race is concerned, that's not what it's what we want. As far as entertainment for the viewers,
yeah,
maybe
indeed.
we do want one. So,
by the way, just a little recap. So Womax, obviously, we saw come out last lap. He's ahead of Lorpy. Lorpy's significantly behind. In fact, he's about 3 seconds behind Womax, having been ahead. This is significant. Obviously, that moment that Lorpy had that dropped him behind the Hodge. Is Womax going aggressive against his teammate? Is Soze not going to play the team game here?
No.
Kaiser Soze, this is your teammate you're fighting. No, he's heard the wisdoms of Bailey, and he's acknowledged And now
Calvin's
Womack's,
box.
Calvin's box, yeah, Womack's will now attack the monster. Back further upfield, Bergen, who started last, he's up to P7, doing his usual job of going long, hard, and waiting for many mechanics to happen. Bitch is ahead in P6, having a quiet but calm and happy race. And then
I'll tell you
Simba.
one man that hasn't come out, sorry to interrupt, one man that hasn't come out in a good spot at all is Calvin. Oh, he's come out right behind Hoseman and Genie, and they are battling like crazy.
That is not a fight I'd want to catch myself in on cold tyres. Call Me the Brave and Simba having a little ding-dong.
Yeah,
as they go through egg fried rice. Now, that corner there, that double left, is almost like the bottom of the box, like the box that egg fried rice comes in.
Yep. It's like the double. It's a double left-hander there. It's like the double right-hander at Mexico.
It is.
It's the opposite. We need both of them put together to make the box.
We do, and then we can have a Mexican rice, like a spicy rice, and an egg fried rice in the same box.
We could have half and half. See, we're already making our own meal.
We are. We're just giving you. This is your filler chat.
This is on date night in MRC. This is what you call it.
Indeed, we mentioned earlier, Melvin, our other commentator, is meant to be here, but he's on date night. He had commentary duties. So
Terrible.
But he did promise that he would make her watch MRC to see what she's missing.
Yeah, he did. And if we don't see her in the YouTube chat by the end of the stream, he's sacked.
He has also promised that any action and activities are to be live streamed with Gav doing the commentary the whole way through.
I will post the link in race coverage later on.
Link on Connor's OnlyFans.
Yeah, I'm taking the money for this.
OnlyFans.com/ConnorH.
I'll put a link in YouTube chat, don't worry.
Link in bio.
Yeah. Head over to Instagram right now.
So, Ryan, by the way, just noticing on the tyres, Ryan and Hoseman are both on 14 lap old mediums. Geke has also gone nearly as far, but it's now in the pits. So, you've got two drivers on the mediums going very far into this race. Are they going to try and get the softs on?
This is what I was just about to point out with you, to you, to be honest, because Mark and Alex, I don't think these two will. Unless there's a safety car late on. But I think those two are in too much of a... Maybe not Alex, because he's a bit behind Mark, but Mark definitely is in a bit of a race-winning fight here. So, it might be good for him to match the rest of his competitors, for sure. Whereas, and we've both seen as well how long it takes those hard tyres to warm up, but if you cut back to Simba, he's having a right ding-dong with Call Me Brave.
Let's have a little gander. We're on board with Shiwang, the Lion King. Turn 1, surely not round the outside of turn 1. Or is he going to go for the switchback on the inside? He's got to be careful if he does, because this does close. Oh, it's so close!
Wow, so close, yeah.
Simba nearly having to roar in discomfort as his front wing was almost swiped. That's just the way the corner flows though. Corner Brave taking his line through there, doing nothing wrong. Simba was just being a brave roaring lion looking for a chance, but had to back out of it.
He did. I thought that was going to be tears. I saw Simba. It looked like he was going straight into the side of Call Me the Brave, but good driving from both to keep away from contact.
Indeed. Just looking here, we've got the Hodge leading out front at the moment, as we mentioned. He's on the hards. Ooh, we've got a yellow flag! Who's got round?
I think it's... I don't know. Was it right? No, it wasn't.
All
right.
the gaps look similar. Ryan's gap's a little bit bigger, but nothing major.
Monster's gone round.
Maundy.
Yeah, it was Monster. He's just come out of the pits, he was on cold tyres and he's gone round. That's not good for him.
Here comes Simba. Is he close enough? I don't think he is this time.
He's ghosted.
Wait, who's ghosted? Monster?
Simba is ghosted.
Not on mine, he's not.
On my screen, he is ghosted. Oh, that wasn't Simba, that was a lap car. Ignore me. Ryan's in the pits.
Yep, and so is Call Me the Brave. So that's Ryan giving up on the medium tyres.
Mark is as well.
He is. And Hodgie's gone mediums. What will Ryan go? I can see Ryan popping a soft here. It's too late to go for a hard. I think so too, but Ryan and Calvin are the two people who I would give a chance at the softs. No, he's going hard. Wow, I think that's a bold call. He clearly doesn't like the hard tyre because he's gone that long to avoid
I just
using
don't
it.
see this. If you look at it right, that would be 11 laps on the set of soft tyres, and the mediums went after 12. There's not a chance in hell that Ryan. I know Ryan's great with tyres, but there's no way they'd have got to the end. I honestly don't think they would have.
Yeah, I agree. But it is what it is.
Like,
I mean,
Ryan made his mediums last a lot longer than everyone else's.
he did. We've got a yellow flag at turn 1. It looks to all be good now, though.
Okay, I think it was.
Indeed. Just a quick recap. So Hodgie's come out in P8. He's just behind Kaiser Soze, who is of course Womax's teammate. Interestingly, Womax is currently behind Bergen, who tonight is teammates to Lorpy. So could Bergen do Lorpy a favour here? But Hodgie, all over the back of Kaiser Soze, needs to jump him. He's only a few seconds behind Womax and Lorpy. So if he gets past Soze, he'll be back in the fight for the win very quickly and on a much nicer tyre. We saw how long it took the hards to come in compared to the mediums earlier. So Hodgie has an advantage right now.
Yeah, he definitely does. Be interesting to see how. But Mark's going to have to be aggressive. Simba's also in the pits, by the way. But Hodgie's definitely going to have to be aggressive, and he's going to have to get those moves done quite ruthlessly. Alex is in as well. So, be interesting to see how this plays out now.
Indeed.
But, let's see. Calvin's also now, Alex has managed to jump Calvin. And Simba's jumped Ryan as well.
I think there might have been some pit stops and maybe some dramas. I think, yeah. Although, actually, we just realised, Hoseman's still on 17-lap-old medium
tyres. Yeah.
His teammate, Corman the Brave, is attacking Ryan very hard, as you mentioned.
He's attacking Simba very hard. Yeah, he is.
Oh, sorry, he's passed Ryan, sorry, now he's attacking, yeah, my bad.
Simba's tyres are very cold, because he's just come out of the pits, so...
maybe.
I think that's Baby Hornet.
Oh no, it is Baby Hornet at turn 2. Maybe he needs to put his tyres in the microwave and reheat that up and get it ready for a nice little meal. Put some curry sauce on it, it'll be fine.
Do you want to shout out your best mate, by the way, in P1?
Bittercuss is winning! There you go.
He hasn't stopped, but he is winning.
That doesn't matter. Winning is winning. He's definitely going hard soft, as is Bergen.
Yeah.
Although, Womax all over him like a Trump on salt and pepper chips.
I thought you said something so different then, and I nearly cried.
No. Well, Womax and Lorpy are ready to attack Bergen, and he's doing a good job of holding it. Hodgie is not far behind.
Hodgie's going to really gain. Like I said, we saw at the start, those hards are not nice for the first 5-6 laps. Hodgie needs to really use those mediums to good effect now if he's going to get these guys. So, definitely be interesting. Thomas Tornit's had another moment somewhere because he's just pit again and he was only on 6-lap-old hard tyres. Look at Genie.
He's putting the pressure on now. 38 will be watching over his shoulder very cautiously.
He definitely will. Genie is a man that you don't want behind you because he is very quick.
He is. I'm busy watching the Bergen versus Womax Lorpy Hodge saga. Of course, Bit leading at the moment. This fight with Bergen's allowing Bit just to have a bit of fresh air just to get his consistent pace down. These two will definitely be going to the softs. Hoseman, 18-lap mediums. How has he made them last? He's got to go to soft as well. Here we go. Bergen is under attack as Womax goes around the outside. Doesn't get the move done. Bergen just closes off the inside, and now Womax has to wait for another attempt. As he comes through Prawn Cracker onto the Prawn Toast straight. Will Womax get the move done this time into turn 1? Let's jump on board. Womax is having a look at the inside. Ooh, but Bergen carries enough speed. Alex
Yeah,
and
he
Sherrick
did
now with
well
the
there.
fastest lap. These guys are not able to get the quick laps in because they're too busy having a little tussle. They're too busy
The
playing with
issue
their mixed hors d'oeuvres.
The issue for Alex and Mark is, yes, they have a fresher set of tyres, but they're going to constantly be in a train by the looks of this, even once Bergen and Bit come in. So they're going to have to be really clinical and pick their moves very wisely if they're going to get this win. So,
Yeah. I mean, right now, if a safety car was to happen, then you'd imagine everyone would be in for a set of softs, even those who are only on a few lap old mediums.
if a safety car came out right now, Carl Edens could win in Tier 2.
And I think you
That
can
would
safely
be-
say a lot of us would be here for it.
I think everyone would be very proud of him, let's put it that way.
Oh, of course. Especially me and you. Not that we're biased at all to anybody.
No, I'd like to see everyone win, but just more because Carl doubts himself a lot, it would be good to see.
The belief is all he needs. Bergen taking a defensive line already as he heads out of Crispy Aromatic Duck down towards the Crispy Seaweed Hairpin, and he hangs on again. He's got enough straight line speed, and Wumax is going to be getting frustrated.
Very shot though, don't they? His
They
tyres
do.
are really poor.
And both Bergen and Bit continue again. So what we're seeing here is that the hard tyre, if you get on them early, you can take them the distance. If you were to start on the mediums, get on the hards before it's too late and make that position. Don't lose time on the mediums.
I do think Bergen is really trying to help out Lorpy here, but the thing is, there's only so much he can do to help Lorpy before he starts costing him, because Lorpy can't get past because he's getting the... Wumax is still getting the DRS off Bergen, which isn't helping him at all. But
That's it. If you jump on board with Hodgie, you can see the extent of the problem. You've got Bit, Bergen, Wumax and Lorpy all within Hodgie's radius. And they've all got slipstream and DRS. Bergen's just far back enough from Bit that it doesn't look like he's going to have a go at him. And therefore the other three can't make a move either, because they're all that close. But if Hodgie has loads of ERS, Wumax and Lorpy have
I'll
none.
say about the ERS, yeah. Hodgie's laughing when it comes to ERS, but
So's Bergen. Bergen's got plenty as well.
he is... Bergen definitely has. And the worst bit is Bergen's starting to catch Carl now as well, so he's getting a DRS, which is making it even harder for the other guys. Who's going to win this? I don't even want to call it at this point.
This Bergen and Carl little blocker in this bottle is really causing some problems. As Wumax has a look at the inside of Bergen, Bergen takes the wide line and gets much better traction on the exit, but can Wumax with those better tyres going to run? No, he can't, and Bergen just hangs on for another lap. And we move on. Bit
When is
pits,
Bergen going
Carl's
to come in
pit,
though?
Carl's
Carl's
pitted,
pit, he's going to
so
soft surely.
he has to go soft. Bergen is just going for another lap. Bergen's just having the time of his life out there, just causing trouble.
Yeah,
He does this in
Bergen-
Tier 1, and I quite enjoy it when he does, because it sometimes helps me.
I think he's just going to do an Alex Albon. Carl's for mediums.
He's what? After all of that, Carl's gone into a medium! Carly Ray Jepsen! Oh, we got Hodgie around the outside of Lorpy! Oh, come on Hodge, keep it clean! Lorpy, keep it clean!
So
And
close
Lorpy
between those
holds
two.
on.
But I don't understand Carl's choice there.
Unless he's forgotten to change it back to medium, and the game's preset it at medium, and he's not changed it back to soft.
Yeah.
Or
that's
did he
the
use all
only
his
thing,
softs in qualifying, maybe?
Well, potentially, but it's still, you know, you can even get away with a use set and still be a lot faster than most.
I agree.
But
Plus, we move on.
it
So-
could be game problems.
He's P10. The next car up the road to him, 10 seconds to his teammate. And behind him is Kiza Soze.
10 seconds in 6 laps, though, that's not... He's going to have to be the fastest he's ever been in his life to make that gap up, isn't he? So,
It's looking like a good day for the Haas boys to be 9th and 10th. They're both in the points. Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
Bergen's still hanging on!
he is. I don't know
Wow.
how he's still going. Surely he's coming
Surely
in
he's gonna pit this lap. He doesn't! He's
No.
gone again! Oh,
I think
Bergen.
Bergen's just enjoying himself
Bergen's
way too
just
much
taking
here.
a mick here. Bergen, the former champion of this tier, is enjoying far too much to frustrate everyone else. I'm starting to think that Bergen is going to do the Alex Albon pit on the penultimate lap. Or, I mean, we've seen Bit, who was where Bergen was in track, come out on P10. So Bergen might come out in that fight with him and Kaiser Soze. But is Bergen just enjoying this and seeing how long he can go on the hard tyre? Because obviously he's got Tier 1 race to come. Is he just getting himself warmed up for Tier 1? Although he's starting to pull away again. It's for the Ferrari of Gibbon who's being lapped.
Out of the way. Okay,
yeah, Gibbon's being lapped. All good.
I'm so confused for a minute then.
I'm just on board with Hodgie because it gives us the best view of these cars ahead. Go for an overhead shot actually. Let's. Oh look, Alex Jarek, who's not in the session, is AFK at the moment, is catching up with these guys. There's all Lorpy and Womax are side by side. Womax at the inside of Lorpy. Oh, Lorpy's past Womax. So we've got an Alpine 1-2. Is this what Bergen's been trying all along, just to get Lorpy the win?
Bergen is just going to tow him along now. Bergen may tow him along until the penultimate lap.
And look, hold on a minute, look at Hodgie. Hodgie's now going to Womax. Womax is in trouble. Womax was the first to pit for the hard tyre, the first car to pit in his whole race, and is now down to fourth. As
Bergen's let Lorpy through.
He has, so Bergen...
I don't think Bergen will pit, but Lorpy's gone deep and he's had a big twitch.
Bergen's had to defend against Hodgie here. Bergen continues!
Yeah, he's going to play the defensive game.
He's playing the team game.
He might not be able to do it against Mark. Mark has such better tyres than him, it might be virtually impossible to defend against.
And he's got more ERS.
Really he does, definitely.
Tell you what, if Hodgie wants to win this race...
He's still got quite a bit though to defend, Bergen has, so...
That'll only last a lap or two at best. As Hodgie at the inside on turn 2 exit, wow, look at the drive that Hodgie's got. Bergen had no answer for him there, and that's not his fault. Although Bergen, the inside turn 4, he goes deep on the brakes, and tell you what, he's got the car stopped, but Hodgie on the exit, surely he's going to have the drive.
Yeah,
and look at him go, look at the drive, that's just the new tyres all over. And
now
Bergen,
4 laps for Hodgie to go and chase this win now.
Indeed.
And then Bergen can pull off a mental one, but...
Well, DRS to come, Bergen, DRS on Hodge, he's going to have DRS on Lorpy.
I don't think Mark is going to be close enough to launch one on Lorpy this lap.
No, I don't think he will, and he's got to worry about that certain Alpine behind him. Bergen definitely has just done a huge Alpine team favour there.
Yeah,
and look at Hodge is driven away there though. But now Bergen's got DRS too. Can Bergen come in? Behind them, Womax fighting with Alex and Jarek. Alex on the outside of Womax into the crispy seaweed hairpin. And he's got it done.
Oh, Alex got so close to the rear of Bergen there. But Calvin's now joining the party as well.
He did. Bergen's gone for another lap. I can't believe it. Bergen's gone for another lap.
Bergen's watching the stream and doing an Alex album because we spoke about it. That's what he's doing.
Bergen's just waiting for the late safety car. I tell you what, if a safety car was to come out now, everyone would pit and Bergen's laughing.
He definitely is. I don't want to know, to be honest, what percentage his tyres are on wear-wise. I would dread to think. He's now coming under a bit of pressure. Is he going to go the whole race?
Is he going to pit on the penultimate lap? Alex at the inside of Bergen. What a move! That was very Daniel Ricciardo, Valtteri Bottas.
That is absolutely massive for Alex, and it's now put him into contention for the win. Mark now needs to get a move on and get past Lorpy because Alex is on the same tyres and they're a lap younger.
I tell you what, we're going to have a hell of a fight for the win between these three. Look at Alex already up the rear of the Hodge in the McLaren.
He is. Do you know what the other thing is? Lorpy's going to get DRS from the back marker.
That is vital. That is vital. So on board with Alex and just on board. So the back marker is Geke Matthews. Geke get out of the way a bit early in my opinion, but it doesn't matter because Lorpy is through. So is Hodge.
He should get DRS, if I'm not wrong. He does. Lorpy does get it, so that protects Lorpy, but he's got no ERS whatsoever.
Yeah, but nor does Hodge. Hodge has got no ERS, so Bergen's still P4. Womax and Calvin now, so Bergen's just hanging on for dear life at this stage, and Bergen pits. Finally pits. What a stint! 25 laps he'll have completed when he pits.
I don't even want to know what those tyres are on.
25 laps those tyres have done. If he doesn't put a set of softs on, Watch him put a pair of Vinces on, a set of Vinces on, just to absolutely take the mick.
No, he does go softs.
Alex, by the way, nearly on the inside of Hodgie through turn 1, 2, 3. We're going to have a grandstand finale between.
This is what I said. Alex is one of the ones to watch with Hodgie. I think it is a freeway battle now for this win because I don't think Wimax is quite going to have the grip. But look at, Lorpy went really wide on the exit of 4.
He is.
And now Mark is on his way, but he's still got Alex right there for company. So these guys are going to be pushing right to the end. But Calvin's also now having a little look at Wimax as well.
He is. Let's jump back. Calvin, he's not quite as close. These guys ahead. We want to see the DRS battle. There's no back marker this time, so is Lorpy in trouble. Could Alex get the double move done? He's the neatest of the 3 through the chicken ball into the crispy aromatic duck. The crispy aromatic duck banking is done, and Alex. Yeah, look at this already. We've got the tactical play between Lorpy, Mark and Alex already taking position to play through the straight. It doesn't look like a move's going to get done, but we jump back, and Calvin on the inside of Wimax. Calvin's
contact between Alex and Mark.
Oh, Calvin's gone too deep. Calvin lost it to Wimax. Wimax back ahead. You saw contact between Mark and Alex.
Alex went into the back of Mark, and Mark had a little twitch. Alex then nearly went up the inside, but just about got away with it. So.
Wowza.
That's going to cost them a little bit.
Right now, this is music to Lorpy's ears, as this is where the mediums start to lose their advantage, and Lorpy on the hards will be loving seeing these two fight even more.
Do you know what else Lorpy will be loving? There's a Mercedes just in front of him.
Now, Hosman and Lorpy are friends. We know they're friends.
If I'm Lorpy, I'm counting my lucky stars right now.
If you're Lorpy, you hope that Hosman decides to be his best friend and slow down to give him DRS on the straight.
Yeah,
because if he does,
I think he's going to. The thing is, he doesn't want to let Lorpy don't want him to go past. Lorpy doesn't want to catch him too quickly, kind of thing. That's the issue. So,
indeed.
But the issue is, Hosman also can't see the gap, so he doesn't know how close Lorpy is to him.
I'm not sure, but look, Hosman's lost a lot of time on that straight. I think it's going to be close. We jump forward, Lorpy. I think Lorpy might get it.
I think he's got it.
Hosman's round.
He's got round. Hosman's round. God,
does Lorpy get DRS? Although next lap's going to be interesting because Lorpy next lap's going to be in trouble then. Lorpy got a great exit.
Lorpy hasn't got DRS, he's got no DRS.
He doesn't, but he's far enough ahead that he'll be safe on this lap. Calvin is back ahead of Wimax, by the way. We did miss it on that lap. But who's this that's come creeping up to this fight? Simba.
Yeah, he's also right there.
Having a little gander. Call Me Brave and Rekha Rambo having a fight as well for P7. This race has come alive in the last laps.
Kate Masode scoring the last point as things stand as well, so...
Right, so let's just have a quick rundown. Final lap starts, Lorpy leads. Within a second, you have Hodgie and Alex Ajeric. Less than 3 seconds back is Calvin. Followed by another half a second by Wimax. Another couple of attempts back is Simba. 4 seconds separates the top 6 on this last lap. And that's 6 different teams as well. Chaos for the Constructors title. Bergen, P11, takes the fastest lap. And here we go, Hodgie and Alex almost colliding with each other and Lorpy into the hairpin. I've forgotten the food names, but that doesn't matter right now.
There's a race win to be watching here.
There is actually chaos.
Lorpy's done enough.
Oh, I don't know, there's one more huge send that Mark could make, or that Alex could make for that master. There's a lot of laps to go.
Mark really needs to focus on his exit out of the next corner because Lorpy consistently gets a better exit out of this part of the track.
Yes, you're right. This is where Lorpy's been strong, but Hodgie looks closer.
He does look a lot closer.
But
Alex
look at Lorpy.
Flashing like a man in Amsterdam right now.
Lorpy got a great drive, but Hodgie's close. Hodgie is close. Lorpy automatically making defensive moves. Lorpy can't make any more moves now until the break zone. Hodgie has to pick a line. I think he's gone for the wrong side, but he goes to the outside. Hodgie on the outside into the crispy seaweed hairpin. He's got the move done.
So close.
And Alex is going to get the cutback. Alex get the cutback on the run down to Torn Toast. Can Alex make it to the final corner? He does. He's round. No. Oh, and Alex is round. But that means Hodgie takes the win. Lorpy second. Calvin recovers to P3 after that early spin from the lead.
He got past Wimax.
Calvin with that big spin earlier on. From the lead up to P3, then Simba P4, Wimax as you said P5, Alex goes from second to 6th. Call Me the Brave 7th, Ryan, Hanji Lambo, Red Car Rambo, P8, Bits P9, and the final point, Kaiser Soze. And you see a Wild Bergen take 11th. Genie will come across the line to take P12.
Yeah.
Here he comes. A little weave. He knows he's on the stream. He loves it. 38 on his Tier 2 debut. Cutting some corners to cross the line. He'll take P13 on track. Although he's done the corner and Stube have jumped him because of penalties. Yeah. So he drops to 15th and Baby Hornet will be next. He'll come across P16.
Then the last man on the lead lap is Mr.
Andrew, the Monster.
Will come across 17th. I think Gibbon still hasn't finished yet either, has he? No.
He gets a finish lap, yeah. So Hoseman, Geke both finished their laps, and Gibbon, the last car, he's having a little wave. He's just happy with himself and make it to the end. And who can blame him? It's a troublesome tractor. Great racing. Wow, and wow. What a last few laps that was. I think that might have been my favourite race of the season. The game's given Bergen the driver of the day. I have a rule about not giving it to higher tier reserve drivers. Sorry, Bergen. Yeah. I can't agree with the game on this. I tell you what, you could give it to anyone out of Hodgie, Calvin, Alex, Simba, Lorpy. Oh, that top six, you could give it to any one of that top six.
Yeah, you honestly could. I'll announce mine quickly. I was going to give it to Lorpy. If he'd have managed to see it out and win the race on the hard tyres, I would have given it to him. But I think I'm actually, shout out to Mark as well for winning, but I think I'm actually going to give it to Simba because that was a good drive from him and he snuck up there. He had such a quiet race and has ended up P4 just outside the podium places after struggling for a few races as well.
I mean, Alex, who wasn't for that last corner spin with Lorpy, Alex, P10 to P2, P3 would have probably been the contender as well. I'm going to stick with Lorpy. I'm going to give it to Lorpy. I think he was 2 corners away from the win and I think drove brilliantly. So let's share it between Lorpy and Simba. I think they both did a fantastic job. Well done to both of them. Of course, the podium trio of Hodgie, Lorpy and Calvin. All results are pending shield inquiries. Congratulations to those 3 and the rest of our point finishers. Simba, Rumax, Alex Jarek, Call Me the Brave, Raikar Rambo, Bit and Kaiser Soze. Bit did a great job in the half there. Bergen and him both went so long on those tyres and Bergen didn't quite get into the points but got the fastest lap for P11. Then we've got Genie, Hornet, Stube, 38, Baby Hornet, Monster, Hoseman, Geke and Gibb, all obviously again very busy race for everyone involved and very few penalties and no safety car. Whew. Who would have thought that was coming? Who would have thought it?
No rain either in China.
Incredible. I'm scared of Tier 1. It's almost certainly coming in Tier 1, of course. Wowzer. Of course, we said who our drivers of the day were, and you obviously know who your winner was today, but of course, pop up and let us know what you thought. That was fantastic to watch, and of course, we have Tier 1 to come in just a matter of not even half an hour. 20 minutes? Half an hour, In half an hour, we have Tier 1 action.
There,
again, from the Shanghai International Circuit in China. So if you've enjoyed this, tune in and see if the Tier 1 boys can give you as much fun as Tier 2 has. But that lived up to the expectation and some, just like you always do, Connor.
See?
I know how to
Sweetheart.
flirt. I know how to flirt. I've had lessons on flirting, I have.
Me.
Hello.
It's fine.
Yeah, boy. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Ring the bell and ring Connor's bell. Subscribe, like, and get commenting. Get frisky with us. We'd love to have you with us. And we will see you again soon. Thank you, everyone, and good night.
See you later.